Hi, welcome back to day 4. This is Ms. Esparza here with you again. You've had 3 days of awesome learning and you've learned a lot of English along the way. Remember, this time is to develop our English language. Okay, este tiempo está utilizado para desarrollar nuestro idioma inglés, así es que vamos a practicar cosas que ya hemos hecho en las días que pasaron y también vamos a aprender algo más. Okay, we're going to review our sight words. I, like, the, and we're going to identify why we read, and how to become a better reader. Let's begin. High frequency words. These are our words that we've been practicing. Are you ready? Here we go. I, like. Oh my gosh, y'all said it so fast. I, the, like, the, like, the, and I. I can tell that you have been practicing your sight words. I, like, the. Say it with me. Dilo conmigo. I, like, the. Great job. Now, let's move on to some new learning. So, one thing that we talked about this morning or this week in your Spanish class is, why do we read? Why do we read? ¿Por qué leer? What are some reasons we read? What did you learn in class? What were some reasons that we read? ¿Cuáles son unas razones que leemos? Why? ¿Por qué? To learn. To learn, to aprender, to learn. Very good. Why else? Yes, we read for fun. Yes, or to be entertained. We read for fun. Read, leer. I like to read books because they're fun. Giggle, Giggle, Quack is a fun book. Why else do we read? ¿Por qué más leemos? Information. Information. Información. Information. Información. Tocan igual, no? They sound the same. We're making connections. That's good. Information is información. So the reasons we read is to learn, to have fun, and to get information. You're right. But now we have to figure out, what do I need to do to become a better reader? ¿Qué tenemos que hacer para mejorar en nuestras habilidades de lectura? What can we do to be better readers? Did you talk about that this morning or this week in your class? Those are some good things, yes. That's great. That's great. So let's talk about that a little bit more. So what can I do to become a better reader? ¿Qué puedo hacer yo para mejorar mis habilidades de lectura? When we read, we should think. I wonder why the author wrote this book. Asking questions is a great way to become a better reader. When we ask questions, that means we're thinking. Hacer preguntas significa que estamos pensando en por qué está escrito el cuento así. I can also ask questions about the illustrations, right? Why did the author choose to use these illustrations? So I can ask questions. I can read with other people. Maybe you read with your mom or your grandma or your tío or a sister or brother. When you read with somebody else, you can ask them questions and they can help you answer and understand. Or maybe you don't read yet, so they help you. Es bueno leer con otras personas porque te ayudan a pensar, te pueden dar soluciones a tus preguntas. Y a veces cuando no podemos con alguna palabra, nos pueden ayudar, ¿verdad? They can help us if we don't know a word. So it's great to read with somebody. So if you can every day, try to read with somebody at home. Have someone read to you or you read to them because that's important. What else? Yes, I can take notes. Puedo hacer mis notas. Now, we don't want to write on the book, maybe, but maybe you can get a piece of paper. On a piece of paper. And I can think about what I read. Puedo pensar en lo que leí. I can draw what I remember. I can write what I remember. I can make connections. So puedo dibujar, pero escribir, hacer conexiones. I can write, I can draw, can make connections about what I read. And that's important. That's going to make you a better reader because then you'll remember. What else can we do? We can read. Oh, sorry. I forgot. I have to teach. But I love reading. I read every day. You should try to read every day. And it's okay if you don't know the words. Si no sabes la palabra, está bien. You can read the pictures. Podemos leer los dibujos. Say, one day the man took the pig a bath and put him in a blanket. You can tell the story with the pictures. Puedes decir la historia con los dibujos. Está bien. Lo importante es que tienes que leer. You have to read. It's important. We read every day. We read books. Now on the phone, if you want to know who you're calling, you need to be able to read the name. That's going to be very important. Okay? So we want to think about what we're reading. We want to read with somebody so they can help us answer questions, or maybe we hit an unfamiliar word. You want to write, and you want to read some more. That's going to be important to become a good reader. Okay? Okay, let's continue. So, now you know some things to do to help you become a reader, a better reader. But you also need to think about what are some of the things you like to read about. Here is this sentence. Esta oración dice, I like, ¿te acuerdas de esas palabras? Can you remember those words? I like to read. A mí me gusta leer sobre. I like to read about. What do you like to read about? Maybe you like to read about cars or Lightning McQueen or maybe the rainbow fish. What about planes? Or maybe you like the Cool Bean book or Pete the Cat. I like reading Pete the Cat. And I love pizza. Or maybe you like to read about Pigeon. Pigeon has to go to school. Or maybe you like to read about animals. It doesn't matter, no importa lo que te gusta leer, lo que importa es que leas. You can read whatever you like. The more you read, the bigger your brain gets and the more you know. Lo más que leas, lo más que sabes. Y eso es lo importante. That is the important thing. I'm so excited that now you have some tools to help you become a better reader. Remember, you have to think about what you're reading. You have to think. Read with somebody else so that you can ask questions. You can also write. You can write notes about your book or draw. You can draw about your book. But most of all, you need to read. Let's read books. That way you can talk to me about the awesome things you're learning about. Until tomorrow, I hope tonight you pick up a book. Hoy en la noche, agarra un libro y ponte a leer. Así mañana me puedes decir sobre lo que leíste. You can tell me about what you read. I love reading. I love reading so much. Let me show you something. I have so many books. I love to read. That's why it's important to know what you like to read about. Splat the Cat, Skippy John Jones, There Was an Old Lady, Unlovable. So make sure you get a book today and read. I'll see you tomorrow.